The Sunken Temples of the Maldives. The ocean stretched out in every direction, its surface shimmering like a vast, unbroken mirror beneath the tropical sun. From the deck of a small research vessel, I gazed down into waters so clear they felt like a window into another world. My name is Arin Cade, and I search for forgotten legends. Somewhere beneath these impossibly blue waves lay my next destination, the Sunken Temples of the Maldives. Ancient sailors spoke of a civilization that didn't just live by the sea, but with it. They built temples not to conquer the ocean, but to understand its rhythms. But centuries ago, as the waters rose, these temples, and the people who built them, vanished without a trace. Until now, whispers had been surfacing, carried on the sea breeze. Local fishermen reported strange, ethereal lights glowing beneath the reefs at night. They saw old stone shapes where there had only been sand before. I studied their accounts, my heart quickening as I recognized symbols I'd seen in other lost civilizations, symbols of balance, of natural cycles, and of guardianship. As dusk painted the sky in shades of orange and purple, I suited up. The warm Maldivian ocean embraced me as I slipped quietly beneath the surface, leaving the world above behind. What I saw next stole the breath from my lungs. Stone pillars, encrusted with vibrant coral and glowing algae, rose from the sandy floor. Stairways climbed into the open water, leading nowhere. Arches framed the deep blue, like doorways to another dimension. The sunken temples were real. I swam carefully between the ruins, a silent visitor in this sacred space. The currents were strange here. They didn't resist me. Instead, they seemed to guide me, flowing in precise, gentle patterns. Schools of fish darted through halls that had long lost their roofs, and majestic manta rays glided overhead like silent, watchful sentinels. The entire place felt alive, humming with an ancient energy. At the heart of the ruins stood a circular structure, more intact than the rest the Temple of Tides. As I approached, the gentle current suddenly intensified, swirling debris around me in a miniature vortex. I looked down and saw massive stone discs embedded in the temple floor, each carved with intricate wave symbols beginning to rotate. It hit me then, the temple wasn't just a structure. It was a machine, a mechanism that responded to movement. My first instinct was to fight the current, to force my way forward. But that only made the spinning faster, more chaotic. Remembering the symbols of balance, I changed my approach. I stopped fighting. I relaxed and allowed the current to carry me, matching its flow, moving with the water instead of against it. As I synchronized with its rhythm, the spinning disc slowed, and with a low, grinding sound, a hidden passage opened in the floor below. I descended into the darkness, my light cutting a path into the unknown, and then I found air. I had discovered a vast, hidden cavern beneath the temple, a pocket of breathable space protected from the crushing weight of the ocean above. The ceiling glowed with a faint, otherworldly light from bioluminescent patterns, illuminating murals that covered the walls. These ancient paintings were breathtaking. They didn't depict gods or kings, but people working hand in hand with sea creatures, tending to coral reefs and guiding the tides. This wasn't a place of worship. It was a center of stewardship. And at the very center of this sacred chamber, floating in defiance of gravity, was a crystal sphere. It pulsed with a swirling blue light, mesmerizing and powerful. This was the heart of the sea. As I took a step closer, a deep, resonant vibration echoed not in my ears, but through my entire being, through the very water around me. The water outside the cavern darkened abruptly. A colossal shape emerged from the shadows, a creature of ancient stone and living coral. Its eyes glowed softly, like moonlight filtering through deep water. It was the Leviathan Guardian. Its voice resonated directly in my mind, a feeling more than a sound. Why do you enter the sea's memory? I stood my ground, my awe overriding any fear. To protect it? I answered calmly. Not to claim it. Images flooded the chamber, projected from the Guardian's consciousness. I saw reefs teeming with vibrant life, and saw them bleach and fade. I saw the slow, inexorable rise of the oceans, and felt the growing fury of storms. The Leviathan showed me the profound beauty and the terrifying fragility of its domain. The ocean remembers every choice, it warned, its message a solemn weight in my soul. I nodded, understanding completely. Then let this place remain hidden, I said, until the world is ready to respect it. The great Guardian circled the chamber once, a silent acknowledgement, and dissolved back into the depths, leaving me alone with the pulsing heart. Suddenly, the cavern trembled violently. The currents outside reversed, no longer guiding but pulling, sucking sand and debris into the temple's delicate mechanisms. The heart of the sea pulsed erratically, its light flashing like a frantic heartbeat. I understood at once. The temple's partial exposure had destabilized the delicate balance of the reef system above. The machine was breaking. Racing against time, I rushed to the rotating stone discs. Using the last of my strength, I worked to realign them, using my body to nudge them back into their original positions, restoring the ancient, harmonious flow of water. The heart's frantic pulsing slowed, its light dimming to a steady, gentle glow. The currents calmed. All around me, the ruins began to slowly sink deeper into the seabed, as sand and coral moved to cloak them once more, reclaiming the secret. My air supply was running critically low. A trail of glowing algae, as if lit just for me, guided my ascent. I broke the surface, gasping, just as the last visible trace of the ruins vanished beneath the waves. From the boat, the ocean looked exactly as it had before, peaceful, endless, and silent. But I knew the truth of what lay beneath. That night, under a canopy of 1,000,000 stars, I wrote in my journal, "The sea is not something to explore and conquer. It is something to listen to," and as if in agreement, the waves lapped gently against the hull. As dawn painted the horizon gold, I was packing my gear when I noticed something on my maps. New symbols had appeared, etched faintly onto the parchment, as if drawn by memory itself. Another legend was calling. Another place needed protecting. And wherever the world's forgotten wonders lie hidden, I will be there to answer their call. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you love stories of exploration and lost worlds, make sure to follow for the next adventure.